What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to GazetteSports.com. It's JJ.
And Mike. And this awards banquet video is brought to you by Dave Ursini and Naples Rib Company.
Once a year, Long Beach gathers to say we're pretty good at sports, and that's what they were doing Tuesday night at the Grand, the Long Beach Century Club Sports Banquet.
It's the 56th annual incarnation of this thing, and for 5.5 decades, it has served, like JJ said, to remind us how fantastic this city really is.
Started off with a silent auction with Kobe Bryant and Derek Jeter on hand, and then we head into a packed house.
Almost 500 people on hand to celebrate this phenomenal crop of athletes, coaches, and community members.
Yeah, I mean, what can we say about the Century Club and the history? You see it on the placemats list of some of their athletes of the year. Very impressive, almost as impressive as some of the names in this program.
Yeah, a lot of people getting awards tonight. Everyone deserves it. A lot of people on hand to see him. Olympians like the Van Bloms, Bruce Bradley, and Susie Atwood right there.
Famous football players like the singing safety Jeff Severson, Gary Cohey on hand, the president of the Century Club to preside over the proceedings. And yeah, a lot of hardware, like you said, Mike, but not all for athletes. This group over here for the community members, and that's where we start with Dave Ursini and the Keith Cordes Award.
Ursini, we mentioned up at the top of the video, owns Naples Rib Company. They have fed over 400 teams since he's been running the show. They do so much to help keep things going. Nancy Foster, just like the Oscars, JJ, not there, but accepting via videotape. She helped keep the Long Beach Middle School sports program alive.
Yeah, we move on and we hit, well, a familiar name.
This is the award that my little brother and I give out in memory of our father each year. Alonzo actually was not on hand to accept it as he was busy playing basketball at the time.
The ultimate athlete. Then we go to George Van Zant accepting the Sam Dimas Award from Sam Dimas.
Sam Dimas, the boss, running the show no matter what his eye line is at. Van Zant, a 30-year-long Press Telegram columnist, justly deserving of that one.
Absolutely. Skip Kiesel, also a big part of why Long Beach still has middle school sports.
And his law firm does a lot to lend out their space to people who need it for fundraisers. Special Olympics Award for John Hill and Alessa Romero. Century Club actually handed out a $2,500 donation to the Special Olympics as well.
Yeah, tip of the cap there. And also tip of the cap to Shai Credell, who's got the Shore Aquatics program back to where it should be.
Yeah, they've returned it to national prominence. A nice award there for Shai Credell. And then winning the Marie C. Gooch Past President's Award, Bob Seagren. He's got his hand in a lot of pots, helping to run a lot of things behind the scenes.
Well, that's what these awards are for, giving people credit that usually don't get the credit, like Tammy Masten, who's been at Millikan forever.
She's been there for 3 decades, thus she wins the Frank Vessels Jr. Award for lifelong commitment to Long Beach sports. Danielle, Hannan, and Dylan Marquess, the Harold Hofman Memorial Scholarship winners right there. That'll buy some burgers.
Indeed it will. An award to go to Colin Dunbar for all that he did for Long Beach track and field this year. And, of course, Cohey having some fun with him.
He could probably throw Cohey halfway across the room if he wanted to. Rod Osmond wins the Ernie Pollman Memorial Award for all of the work he's done at Wilson as a volunteer scorekeeper and every other nitty-gritty thing they need.
Aquatics Capital of America, Athlete of the Year, Jessica Hardy not on hand, busy getting ready to win that award next year when she hits the pool in London for the 2012 Olympics. And Athlete of the Year, Jared Weaver, too busy getting ready for next season as well. Troy Buckley accepting the award for him. We go to the high schools, Holly Fong for badminton.
Peter Hoare, Millikan badminton player, wins it. Miguel Bautista, a Poly sophomore boys cross-country runner. And another sophomore, Jessica Gonzales, wins the girls cross-country award for Poly.
Every sport getting an award. We go to water polo.
Ika Daubé wins that one for Wilson, and then Jackson Kimball, who was so good last year on that championship team. Cindy Nguyen, who won the Moore League individual tennis championship this year, and Jenteel Alcafaras, who won the boys championship.
To football, we go to Darius Powell, who's on his way to Cal, and Solomon Fiso, who's on his way to Arizona State.
Yeah, Salamo and Darius, deserving winners. Kimo Napohaku right there from wrestling for Lakewood. Alexis Hayes and Andrew Morgan are going to sweep the golf awards for the Bruins.
Big surprise. In soccer, Kimberly Marshall not on hand because she's bawling out loud at Wake Forest. Angel Ayala doing the same at Cerritos.
Andres Montes is the co-boys player of the year from that Millikan team last year. And then on to track, Shaquille Howard. Obviously justly deserved there. And then Myles Andrews. These guys won a state championship last year.
From the small diamond, softball, Shelby Blair from Lakewood winning it. And it's a co-award along with Haley Sarnay, who's on her way to Long Beach State. Go Beach.
Dion Reed actually is going to Duke to dive. He's won 3 state championships and has a shot at a 4th. And then Madeline Mizell, the freshman sensation, a sophomore sensation now at Millikan as a swimmer. Melissa Allen, a gymnastics athlete at Millikan.
We get it all in here. Basketball, Araya Crook-Williams and Sheila Boykin, teammates, accepting the award together.
Rebecca Strelo from Wilson, she's going to UCLA next year. Crowd loved that one. And John LaRouche accepting the award from his grandfather. He is now at Long Beach State, where he's already playing as a freshman.
Love that. And we go to the big-time awards, Athletes of the Year.
Kendall Cooper gets the St. Anthony Girls Girls Award and also the Basketball Award. She got 2. Michael Blanchard winning the St. Anthony Boys Award. And then Coco and Diffenbohr pretty much cleaned up. She won the Track Girls Athlete and the Girls Athlete of the Year Award, which she shares with her teammate Malia Cox.
Yeah, we had to put this video up for everybody to see. That's a CIF final, folks.
Just cruising.
Just cruising.
Just cruising. Also, Chase DeYoung will like to do some cruising through the Moore League this year. He is one of the 2 Boys Athletes of the Year. Obviously, you've heard a lot about him, as you have about Ryan Anderson of Long Beach Poly, who was the State Player of the Year last year.
Yeah, he's at Boston College, but he was also getting an award.
And hey, it's my wife. Shar, second year in a row winning the last woman standing. It's usually the last man standing, but she's won it twice now. That means for being the best football picker in the club, she gets to hand out a special scholarship, which she awarded to Ryan Anderson this year.
Mauricio, rah, rah, rah. Ingracia, Long Beach State Women's Soccer, obviously 2011 Coach of the Year.
And then if you're looking for the high school co-coaches of the year, Don Norford and Crystal Irving have pretty much just made a home for those awards, as they've won them about 4 years in a row. They made history with their state championships last year.
Yeah, can't give it to anybody else. Long Beach City Players of the Year.
Sarah Agopian and Scott Butler, the deserving winners there. And then Shawna
Gordon, 2011 Long Beach State Women's Player of the Year. Obviously, like I said, that Elite 8 run for that team, incredible. And then Casper Ware, 2011 Long Beach State Men's Player of the Year. He might be up there again next year.
Oh, I think there's a pretty good chance he will. He was Big West Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year last year, so he deserved that one. Now on to the Hall of Famers. Marlene Hagee-Vossler not able to attend, but she was being honored for being the youngest ever woman to win an LPGA event at 18 years, a record that stood for 59 years.
Those on hand, David Chapman and Greg Barton.
Over 1 million people around the world. You have to pretty much be ambidextrous to be at the top level, and I'm just grateful to be inducted. I have all my great handball friends here who I've beat up on since I was 11 years old.
I grew up here in Long Beach, California, and it was the greatest thing to me as an athlete to ever have. I tell this to people all the time. When you grow up here in California, Long Beach, especially in the generation I did, we were playing 12 hours a day.
Always one of our favorite nights of the year. We get to see all these people out on their own fields at their own schools playing. It's nice to get them all under one roof and have everyone give a round of applause for the city of Long Beach and the championships and championship caliber athletes and people that the city produces each year.
Tip of the cap to everybody who showed up. Obviously, tip of the cap to the Long Beach Century Club. Not a group in the country like them. If you want to join the Century Club or find out more information, go to lbcenturyclub.org and come to a meeting on Tuesdays at McKenna's by the Bay. For everything Long Beach sports, you are already in the right place. This is GazetteSports.com.